Hello, you're in the frame with me, Julie, and yes, believe it, she is back with more visa hacks. If you're new here, what's up? I'm Jules. I make travel videos to do with traveling, to do with making the most of your bad or weak passport with and without visas, and to different festivals that I go to, do a few vlogs, and videos about working remotely as a travel writer and content creator. If that's your vibe, feel free to subscribe, hit notifications, if that's a thing you do. I've never done that, even on channels that I really love. Anyway, don't worry about it. If you want to, do that. Okay, so it's been a good few years since I made my first video to hit over 1,000 views, which was my Schengen visa application experience video. And I thought that it's still getting quite a few views, and since I haven't applied for another Schengen visa since that time and haven't been to Europe since that time, 2016, I thought I'd hit you with some updated information, some hacks to make your Schengen visa go further if you have it or if you are planning on getting it. Side note, if you're interested in the same sort of information, the same hack to do with a US visitor's visa and a different group of countries that you can also enter with that visa as long as it's valid in your passport, then you can hit the info card or the link in the description, because I made that video last year as well and it's the same concept more or less, so check that. Quick disclaimer, if you do go to any of my other visa videos, please remember that these are all personal experiences. A lot of them are a few years ago, so information changes, policies and things change, so just check what's up to date with the embassy or consulate of the country that you're going to in your city or in your closest to you. They'll have what's updated, and just do what they say above any 3-year-old YouTube video, okay? Okay. Now, did you know that if you have a valid, that means not expired, visitor's visa for the 26 Schengen countries, that you are also allowed entry into a few other countries that are outside of the Schengen area? Some are relatively obvious and make a lot of sense, like the rest of the EU that might be in Europe, of course, and are just not one of the 26 Schengen states. So a lot of Eastern Europe countries like Bulgaria, Romania, places like that make sense. Some of the others are overseas departments or territories of Schengen states. France seems to have a lot of those. Other countries, I suppose, take into consideration the very rigorous process of getting a Schengen visa, much like getting a US visa. And I think that they sort of just take that as, you've been screened enough going through that process, so you're probably fine to come in, not break any laws, leave when you're supposed to leave. You probably have enough money because you proved it to them with your bank statements or whatever. Fine, come on in. So with that said, here are a few additional countries that you can visit with a valid Schengen tourist visa. Enjoy. Starting off pretty close to the Schengen area, this country, not the US state, is among other things a surprising hotspot for wine lovers. Anyone holding any passport with a valid Schengen visa is cleared to visit Georgia for a maximum of 90 days at one go. Georgia lies on the Black Sea, surrounded by Turkey, Armenia, Azerbaijan, and Russia, at a unique meeting point between Asia and Europe. It's known as the birthplace of wine, which has been grown here for over 7,000 years. The capital city, Tbilisi, is gaining a reputation for being a hub for its art, nightlife, and general hipsterness, and the country as a whole is well loved for hearty food and breathtaking mountains at every turn. As a whole, the Caribbean islands are pretty open to visitors, and there are few visa restrictions, if any, for most passports from around the world. So, shout out to our West Indian brethren. There are, however, a few spots that remain overseas territories of European countries, mainly France and the Netherlands. Enter Aruba, an island in the South Caribbean and a nation constituency of the Netherlands. This paradise volcanic island with pristine white beaches at almost every turn is loved by surfers, snorkelers, seafood devotees, and everyone in between. What can I say? The home of piñatas, tequila, lucha libre, and so much more, Mexico probably needs little to no introduction. Holders of a valid Schengen visa on any passport are free to visit this vast North American treasure chest for 90 days at a time. Indulge in some delicious food, live the resort life on either the Caribbean Sea or the Pacific, or take in the artistic heritage from markets to museums to live mariachi bands in the province of their origin, Oaxaca. When you're done with that, you can explore Mayan ruins or immerse yourself in the true Dia de los Muertos every November. I mentioned this double island nation in the US visa hack video as well, and I will mention it again. because I'm speaking it into existence for my own life. Also, the irony of being able to go to another African country with a US or Europe visa as an African is still funny to me. So, Sao Tome and Principe, aka the Chocolate Islands, lies bang on the equator and is Africa's second smallest nation. This is the ultimate unspoiled paradise with lush forests, endless beaches, volcanoes, and old Portuguese plantations. The country was a Portuguese colony until the 1970s, so you'll need to brush up on the language and maybe a little bit of French if you want to chill or go dancing with seemingly some of the happiest people on earth. And there you go. If you have a valid visa and don't end up going to Europe, or you just have extra time on your visa before it expires, this is a little hack to help you make it work harder for you, because I know you worked hard to get it, okay? You tell me though, are you surprised by any of these? Do any of them interest you at all? And comment below where you're traveling to next. For now though, that's all for me. Remember to subscribe, hit like if you enjoyed this video, share it around to somebody who you think would find it interesting or useful, and I will talk to you in the comments. Bye!